Hi everyone, this is Kim, and I am relatively new to the Care Clinic app, and I relate to you in how not intuitive this app can be. So I wanted to make a quick video to show you kind of the basics that I have figured out, being with it about a month and a half or so. So let's get started. First, let's just go ahead and get into making a new care plan. If you go over here to the far right on the bottom to more, and you scroll down a bit, there are My Care Plans. And if you click on that, you can add a new care plan to your app. You can either make your own, where you create your own name for it, and you click create, or if you want, you can come down here and explore the pre-made care plans for specific maladies and issues. However, those ones cost money, and making your own is free. Please be aware that once you make a new care plan, you cannot delete it, as far as I am aware. So don't be like me and make a million of them, because it can get a little bit confusing. Next, let's go to the check-ins. This is the part of the app that I use the most often. For me, let's just go ahead and treat this as if I was going to make a check-in for today and kind of walk you guys through it. If you notice here at the top, the check-in time is today at 10:28. If for whatever reason I forgot to make a check-in for yesterday, you can change it. If you click on that, you can change it to a couple days ago or whenever. And if you click confirm, everything that you input right now would post as that previous time. And then if you came back and say you wanted to do one for today, when you clicked on the screen, it should come up as today at this normal time. Next is this drop down bar, and this has all of your care plans in it. And you need to obviously make sure that you're on the right one, because it's going to file it under whichever one you have designated. So for diary entry, I normally just write my own, obviously my personal things, and I haven't really explored their prompts too much, but they are interesting. We'll just go ahead and do this one. It can just lay out a nice thing for you to be able to manage your symptoms maybe better. Next, we'll do symptoms. Again, you can add symptoms to this, and they're easy to look up and add. However, once you save it, you cannot undo it. So be careful again that you don't add 1,000,001 things, as it can get a little overwhelming. So let's say for today, I'm going to go ahead and track mine. I've been quite irritable this morning, and my fatigue and headache. This is actually transferring over from earlier when I was looking at this. Sorry, let's go back to symptoms. If you want to put a small note in here, you can, but it's very limited. You can't put a big explanation. So I'll just say more than usual here, just to show you how it shows up on the reports. Okay, and when you push the back button, it doesn't delete anything that you've already done. Everything is still being recorded. If you track your medicines in here, you can add medicine up here with the plus button, or you can click on the one that you already have, and it has your dose and the form, which I find quite useful. Just being able to have a quick be able to look at it and say, oh yeah, that's the pill that I was gonna take. And again, going back doesn't delete anything. And then you can post it. And it's creating a post. And it kicks you right over to reports. Now this can be quite confusing if you don't know what you're looking at. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to logs here on the upper left hand corner. And we're going to go up to the calendar here on the upper right hand corner, the icon. And if you click it, you want to make sure that your drop down is on whichever care plan you want to be looking at. That's important because unfortunately I have not been able to find a way that you can look at everything all together, like every one of your diary entries across each of your care plans. It doesn't seem like it has the ability to do that. However, you can look at each care plan and it will show you each of your diary entries that it saved. So they're not lost, they are in there. And then you want to look at the dates. So I want mine to go from May 1st to today, and I want it to chart by the day, not the week. And I click apply, and here it shows all of my entries. And you can see today I put for my symptoms that I was irritable and more than usual. So that's why you can't put a lot of detail in there, because it's just tacking it right underneath those symptoms. Whereas your diary entry can be as long as you want it to be. And then you should be able to see all of your entries for the time and dates that you put in. Then if you go over to charts, it's going to do frequency and average is how it looks at it. And then it has the symptoms all color-coded. I have not yet found a way to be able to export this in a way that I'd be able to take it to my doctor's office and say, and I could show it to him. However, I think there must be some way to do it. I just haven't found it yet. So there should be more on that later. And just for, I guess, your information, for your care plans, if you have one that you use a lot, like me, I've been tracking this possible CFS. You can put it as your default if you click this gear shift. I set it as my default care plan because I got tired of going back through and trying to find it every time I wanted to put in a check-in. And